Hi everyone, I hope you're doing as well as can be, and I hope you're staying safe and finding ways to keep your spirits up and stay distracted during this crazy time. My heart and my spirit goes out to all of you right now, and especially to those of you who are working on the front lines to fight COVID-19, all the healthcare workers, food providers, police officers, pharmacists, etc. Thank you so much. My prayers go out to you right now.
Taking the good with the ups and downs. I wanna see how the world turns round. Let's go adventure in the deep blue sea. Home is with you wherever that may be. Home is with you wherever that may be.
So real quick, just wanted to let you guys know, I actually had a whole other video, like a first half of this video film, where I went to the hospital for the first time. It didn't work out. You'll see what I'm talking about later, but all these mishaps happened when I was trying to schedule the biopsy, and then it was just one thing after another, but thankfully it does end up happening, and you will see that later. But I just wanted to put that out there that I had a lot more footage that I had filmed and edited. I spent hours editing this footage, and I accidentally deleted it like a dummy. I was scrolling my photos, my videos, my phone, and from time to time I do that. I like to delete things. I don't like to keep things cluttered. It's kind of like I'm a little OCD in that sense. And I accidentally deleted it without paying attention, and I was so upset because I deleted like everything in my trash as well. So it's just gone forever, and you know, it is what it is, but I had a lot more filmed. Just to let you know, like I said, I had went to the hospital for the first time. It didn't work out because, well, I'll explain that later, and I had to wait a week to actually get the biopsy at a different hospital. So, and I also deleted the part that I explained, like why I needed the biopsy, but I will re-explain that, and I will put that in here, and then you will catch up from where I left off, like the part 2 of the video, which is now, there's only one video since like the first part got deleted. I hope I'm explaining myself correctly, y'all. I feel like that was really long-winded to explain something that wasn't that hard to explain, but anyhow, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, this started about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago now, where I was getting my routine checkup at my general practitioner's office, and she noticed a couple lumps on my neck right here. And I had one of these lumps for years, but it was like really small, and it had gone away, and then it came back, and it's been here for a year without going away, and it's only gotten bigger over the year. And then in the last couple of months, I got a second lump right above it. And I have also been having a lot of symptoms that have coincided with like the second lump. Since the second lump has appeared, I've been really flared up. I mean, I've been flared up since I had sepsis in September from a blood infection, from my port getting infected. But anyhow, I've been like extra flared up in the last couple months. I've been sweating profusely, like buckets, just sweating buckets and buckets all day, all night. I've been waking up several times throughout the night, drenched in sweat, having to change my clothes. And thankfully that's not every night, but every day I am drenched in sweat, more so than usual. I do have POTS, and so I do get sweaty from POTS because my autonomic nervous system doesn't work properly. But this is not like pot sweats. This is like non-stop sweating buckets, like, and nothing. I'm using like prescription strength like deodorant that has like aluminum because it's really strong, and even that doesn't help much. Most days it doesn't help at all, actually. So that can get really exhausting. But also I've been having a lot of low-grade fevers, like 99, 100, that come and go. And this, thankfully, it hasn't gone over 100 because my protocol is to go to the hospital if it does. And right now I do not want to go to the hospital. I want to save all the hospital beds for coronavirus patients. And so I am going to avoid the hospital at all costs. So hopefully it doesn't get too bad, because I've been feeling like chills and hot sweats, and really fevery, even if I'm not, like even if I don't have a fever, I get really just like freezing cold and burning hot, more so than usual, like more extreme than usual, if that makes sense. Also, I've been having headaches every day, more migraines. I've been really weak and exhausted. I've been sleeping all day, and it doesn't make a difference how much I sleep. I'm just so weak and exhausted, and my anemia has gotten better. My blood levels are actually looking better lately, so it's kind of a mystery as to why I've been feeling worse. Who knows? Maybe it's just my body detoxing. Maybe this is all a good thing. I'm trying to stay positive. But we just wanted to get this checked out. My doctor ordered an ultrasound. So I had an ultrasound of my lymph node on my neck a couple weeks ago. And during the ultrasound, the tech left the room to get the doctor. And I knew right away that wasn't a good sign. And they came back and the doctor explained that she noticed some abnormalities and that it could be reactive, meaning it could be just like from my disease, but it could also be cancerous. So I need a biopsy in order to figure out if it's cancer. So my doctor ordered the biopsy. It was a fine needle aspiration biopsy, and you will see that later. And so yeah, I had that done. I'm still waiting on results. So I am hoping and praying everything will be okay no matter what happens. My life is in God's hands, and I know I'll be okay. I'm just gonna stay positive. I got a Mighty Well shirt thanks to you guys because a lot of you have used my promo code on Mighty Well's website to get 10% off of your purchase. So I got the shirt for free. Thank you so much to those of you who use my code and to Mighty Well. I love the shirt so much. It says undefeated. And then it has this little logo, which is awesome. It's like the M and the W from Mighty Well. So thank you so much, Mighty Well. Hi guys, so it is the next day. It's about 12:45. I woke up this morning around like 9:30 or so, or 10, to make it to my appointment at 11:30. And I got a call from the surgical consultant's office about my appointment at 11:30 this morning. The woman said she was very sorry, but they wouldn't be able to take me, and that I couldn't come in for the biopsy or the consult because I have a past due balance with the hospital. So they wouldn't see me unless I agreed to make payments. So of course, I got really frustrated, but it is what it is. It's very unfortunate that that's the situation that our healthcare system is in right now. It's pretty pitiful. You know, I am just thankful that, in a way, that it didn't work out because I'm really exhausted. Early this morning, I had a really bad low blood sugar episode. I was shaking and sweating and just like really, really out of it. And I felt like I was having a panic attack, but I realized my blood sugar was low, and so I had a little bit of like a baby food pouch to raise my blood sugar, and I fell back asleep. And then I woke up to get ready for the appointment, and that's when my mom was like, you got a call from the office, you have to call them back. And right away I knew something was up when she said they called me, but I didn't expect they would refuse to see me because I owed them money. And I told them, you know, I'm disabled, I can't work because I've been sick, very sick, for a long time. I currently have no income, so I can't make payments. Since it's a biopsy and this is really important, can you please still see me? And they were like, sorry, there's just no way we can. It's just so unethical that they would turn away a patient for something so important just because that patient didn't have the money to pay. I ended up rescheduling the biopsy with my normal hospital. They are much better. They have never turned me away, despite the fact that I owe them probably millions of dollars by this point. So it is what it is. Man, I'm looking a mess this morning. I rescheduled with Inova Hospital for next Tuesday, so unfortunately I have to wait a whole week before I'm able to get this biopsy, which means I will have waited over 2 weeks total since the ultrasound. So it's really frustrating. It's always so much to deal with. I feel better knowing that it's at a hospital that I could trust. Although the one thing is, the only appointment they had available was a week from today at 8 o'clock in the morning. So that's going to be rough, especially considering it takes, without traffic, about 30 to 40 minutes to get there. I'm going to take a nap and I will probably just end up vlogging again next Tuesday morning when I actually officially go to my biopsy. I'll see you later. Good morning, everyone. Today is officially my biopsy day, and I am hoping, praying, crossing my fingers that everything will work out today, since I had all those mishaps last week, being turned away, and it was just a mess. And now here it is in the height of the coronavirus scare, and I'm having to go to the hospital for my biopsy. So don't want to be turned away. Hopefully it'll work out this morning. My mom is taking me. It is super early. It's basically the middle of the night for me. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, to be exact. I'll try to film when I'm in the hospital as much as I can. Yeah, see you there. It's so pretty. Look at that. Beautiful.
It's spiral.
Yeah.
Spiral like that.
Yeah, it's really pretty. Don't you think the colors are beautiful? Very different.
We always joke about it. It's more like a museum.
Yeah.
I'll show you where it's here.
I think we asked. The diagnostic imaging is all I know, but...
Okay, thank you.
Would you tell me your full name, please?
I've been waiting for like 10 minutes on the table, on the stretcher. She said she would get the doctor who's going to perform the biopsy, but it's taking a while, so I don't know if the doctor got busy or what's going on. I'm just waiting. About to get my ultrasound, or it's not an ultrasound. About to get my biopsy. So it should be quick, thankfully. But I think they said they would take like 2 different samples just to be safe. So here we go. My blood pressure is a little high, but for me it's not as high as it can be. It can go a lot higher than that. She asked if my blood pressure was high, and I said it swings.
But every blood pressure gets high in
the hospital. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's why I was like, this is not really that high, especially for being in the hospital. So my biopsy went well. They took 2 samples from my lymph node, and they said they should get the results in a few days or up to a week. So within the week I should hear from my doctor what the results are. But the good news is she said she didn't see anything negative right away. But of course they still have to send it to the lab and do more work to figure out exactly what's going on. So I will update when I get home. Hi, I'm back from the hospital, and it went well. I don't know anything yet. The doctor told me that they would have to send it to the lab for some flow cytometry testing, which is where they do like further analysis on the cells. They took 2 samples with these 2 really long needles. It's basically just like a lumbar puncture where they stick in these long skinny needles into the lymph node and like kind of dig around for some cells and tissue that they collect. And with those cells, that's how they are able to identify if it's like cancerous or what's going on. I'm so glad it's over with, and I'm glad that I'm out of the hospital. That was a little scary, going to the hospital during the, coronavirus scare, or I guess COVID-19 is what everyone's calling it now. My mom and I both wore face masks and hand sanitized after touching every button, after touching every pen, after touching everyone's hand. We just kept sanitizing, and thankfully most of the personnel and staff were wearing gloves, and so I think we're okay. But the hospital was so eerie. I have never seen Fairfax Hospital looks so empty. That hospital is usually packed full of people. Yeah, I have a little band-aid. I don't know how it looks, but you know what? Let's see. Oh, can't even tell. Can't even tell. Yeah, it didn't, for people wondering, it didn't really hurt that much. I have a high pain tolerance. It was just a little bit worse than like a blood draw. I would say a blood draw is probably like a 1, and this is more like a 3. But it wasn't bad. And the whole thing probably took about 30 minutes total. Each biopsy took like 10 minutes, and then they went to go look under the microscope, and they came back and did another one. And then it was really rough for me to get up early this morning. Thankfully, I did my IV fluids first thing because I wouldn't have been able to leave the house so early without it. Period. I wouldn't be able to leave the house at all without it. So I'm so grateful for my IV fluids. It helped me so much, and I wouldn't be able to get by without having them every day. I'm actually doing them now. It's just under my sweater. I usually pull it over, but I had reattached after taking off my gown at the hospital, and then I put my sweater on over. So yeah, I am feeling okay, all things considered. I am having this really bad pain in my right leg. It's like a muscle pain. It kind of feels as if I was working out my leg really hard. It's like really achy. The whole leg, like the thigh and calf, is like shaking and really painful. So I don't know what that's about. I don't think it's related to the biopsy. I don't know, and especially because it's on the right side of my body and the biopsy was on the left. So I don't know what that could be about, but I just wanted to give an update. So yeah, I'm gonna take a nap, and then I'm gonna have a snap interview to renew my food stamps. Fun stuff. I will catch you guys later. I'm so grateful I finally have my biopsy. The hardest part now is just waiting for the results. I will make sure to update everyone either at the end of this video or on my Instagram. So if I didn't update you guys on here, be sure to check out my Instagram, which is Love Hard, Fight Hard. And I will see you guys later. I love you guys to pieces. Take care. Bye. So it's been 10 days now since my biopsy, and I wanted to give a little update. I got an email today from my doctor saying, unfortunately, they didn't get enough cells in the biopsy that they took, the fine needle aspiration biopsy. So it looks like I'm gonna have to go back to the hospital for another biopsy, but this time it's gonna be an excisional biopsy. So basically that means they're gonna actually cut out the cyst in my neck and just remove it totally so they can look at it under a microscope and try to figure out what's going on. The lump is kind of small. It was 1.9, but now it's gotten a little bit bigger. And I think that they were waiting to see if it would get smaller, bigger, like what would happen. But since it's got bigger, my doctor said she's gonna order me an excisional biopsy. So I'll probably need anesthesia for that. It'll be in the OR. It'll be at the same hospital I was at for the other biopsy, Fairfax Hospital. So fingers crossed everything will go well with that, and hopefully I won't have to wait too long because this whole thing has just been such a long, drawn-out process, and I'm very exhausted and I just want answers because I've been really sick, and yeah. So that's my update for now. That's all I know. I will keep you guys updated on Instagram, and of course I'll make another vlog when I go in for my excisional biopsy. So take care, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.